Kia ora te whānau. This video has been a bit of a difficult one. We've been recording and storage is full, the audio doesn't work, or I would be carving away, 10 minutes later I get a phone call or I get interrupted with something. So it hasn't been the cleanest of capture for this piece, for our practice board. But here oh well, that's just how things roll, so I'm just rolling with the punches. It definitely is testing me because I can feel it as I'm carving. But all good, we just carry on and just pick up from where we currently are, regardless of all the interruptions. So as you can see, we've done the unonihi for mostly all the outside parts. So I still have to do in here, which I'm not too sure how I'm going to do. That's why I've left them. I think I follow the koru all the way around, carve in there, and then, yeah, maybe, I'm not too sure with those. But these ones, this is a new design that you guys haven't seen, called the rape. So I'm gonna crack into those. Oh, actually, no, I'll do these little corners here to be like this, and then we'll do rape, finish our unonihi, and then see how we go on these end parts. I might talk, I might not talk whānau. I get just trying to concentrate as well. As you probably might notice throughout me carving, there's a way that I was taught how to set up my chisel. So instead of going in like this, and trying to line it up like that, what you do is you use 2 fingers, just gives you a bit more stability. Place it where you need to go, press it in, and there you go. It's like one of those little tips that no one ever tells you, but it just helps out a lot, because you can spend a lot of unnecessary time trying to line it up and be like, oh, no. So you just 2 fingers, lock it there. Bob's your uncle. One of the other things you'll notice I'll do is I blow away my chips. Now, to some whakairo artists, that's a no-go. People don't like blowing away the chips. There's a tikanga around that. From what I know, or from what I've been taught, that was an old tikanga that was used to preserve the tapu, or the sacredness of the piece itself. So you blowing on the piece strips away that sacredness. Yeah, that's one tikanga that I was taught. Another was that you don't want to put kind of unnecessary. Oh, sorry. It's a bit hard trying to work around this camera. The other tikanga was you don't want to put any unnecessary mauri into a piece. So for those of you who don't know, mauri is life essence. And everything we do has a form of mauri. So when you do whakairo, obviously you're using your body, you're dipping in and out of the spiritual realm as well, because there's karakia that you do for certain projects and certain pieces of mihi. So there's all of that tied to it. So yeah, you're already expending a lot of a lot of energy. That part's not done very well, to be honest. So it's, you know, not ideal to expend more than you need. So hence why blowing chips was a oh man, that was hard. Yeah, it was a no-go, but it's not really the greatest. But it's all right, whānau. That's why this is a practice board. But it's more just to show you stages of how art can come to be. All right, now that those are done, we could probably do these parts. No, I'm going to leave those till last. So we're going to move on to the rape, so these spirals here. And then we'll finish off our ununahi. Now, there's many ways to do rape. I always kind of, what's the word? So you go in, that part's in, and then this part's out. It's a beautiful piece once you can crack it. I might have to alter this a bit. Put it up there. Just so I can work a bit better. Yeah, it's man, when you see some rape, woo! Oh man, it's such a simple design, but yeah, when it's pulled off, man, it looks beautiful. So I'm still trying to figure it out myself. Everyone does it a different way, and again, it's all down to who teaches you. But then also what style suits you. You know, the way I'm doing it might not be the right way for you, so don't do it that way. You might discover a completely new way that just works better for you. So I encourage you, do it that way. My hardest part is always the centerpiece, because with the rape, it always like flows inwards like this, flows inwards and then goes out, as you can sort of see there. And then this side is leaned over this way and brought back around like so. Like that. I know it's a bit crazy at the moment. You can't really see the vision, but I promise I'll do my best to try and make it make sense for you. So this side will come around like so. You can kind of let it go off on its own like that. We'll just do that for now, just to make sense of it. And then we will turn it around. I think I've got an example of it up around here somewhere. And then you want to create an edge. And then bring it back around. Okay, it isn't the best. Best looking rape. But I tell you, it's been so long since I've been in the shed. Ooh. One thing you could do is you could actually you can actually go back in on itself, so like so. So you would angle your chisel back the other way and get rid of that edge like so. I know it looks a bit out of it, this one, but that is whew, shit. It's not the greatest. Oh, went to thing there. I'm trying my best to salvage this. Let's see here. Yeah, nah, I'm not doing a very good job. But all good. That's why we practice, right? Let's bring it down a bit further. Okay, so we need to flatten this out. Take this ridge off. Add that back in. Ugh. And then probably come back this way. Add a bit more depth to this. I mean, kind of, I know. It's not my best rape. And then you would just do the same. So you just do your unonihi. The exact same way. Then again. One more. Now if you see, all of these are flat. How you want unonihi is like this, nice and sharp. So how you would do that is you would either come back, or this is how I do it anyway. You come back along that ridge and cut that flat part off. Get rid of this. Right, so you can do that. Trying your best to keep the depth the same. That's the hardest thing for me. So we'll do that for all of them, and then I'll show you what else you could do. So just taking that top flat area off, like so. Sometimes it might seem like you're taking off a lot more than you think. It's okay. That one wasn't very great. And then if you wanted to go really extreme to see more of the ridge, you actually come back like that, and it brings that ridge back over. So there is that way too, but obviously done a lot nicer. Now we're next rape. Alright, I'm going to try a different way for this one, if I can remember it correctly, but it involves another chisel. So how you would do it is you find your, I'm gonna have to get in your way, whānau, sorry. Oh, maybe we should lock it in, eh? Might be a good idea. So you find that guideline. And I know I'm blocking your view, whānau, sorry. Just gotta get that part out. Yep. And then bring that around. Doesn't have to be. Right, and then you would use, oh well, I use, you can use an 8 or a, I will just use the 5. 5, yeah. Then you can use a 5, so 520, this is what I use. It's got that rounded point or tip. Then you would go from one side, this one's a bit big, start at the top corner and come round like that. It's a bit hard because this one's a bit too big and I can't see because of the reflection. And then you follow that curve all the way around. But that's how you do it. You don't go like straight down like that. You would think you would because it's curved, but it doesn't work like that. I tried it and I destroyed one of my pieces a while ago. And then, yeah, just cut it to your specified depth, which is where your V comes in, your 1210. And you can come back around, maybe set up that other side. Then you could go again, so up here. Remember, always tilt your chisel the way in which you want to cut. So whatever you want to take out, that's the way you lean your chisel. Right, and we go back in with our 5 and then follow that same process. Now again, one of my kaiako does not like using the chisel like this. So like it says always use your mallet, always. And everything. No, he's probably not going to be too happy if he sees this video. And then if something goes wrong, he'll be like, "Oh, nah, see, I told you. What did I tell you?" One of the hardest things for me with whakairo is just trying to find the right angles to cut. I remember there was something I was doing, and I just did laps. I was just doing laps around my clamp, just trying to figure out how to cut, where to cut from, what was the best angle, all of that sort of stuff. So I'm still very much learning all of that. I know. Another issue for me is how hard I hold the chisel itself. it's whatever hand you're using to hold the chisel doesn't actually need to grip it. You don't need to grip it so hard. You're just actually guiding it. So I'm really just holding it with these fingers, and then just letting the mallet do all the work for me. And then all I do with my left hand is just guide the chisel. That's all I'm doing. Well, all I'm trying to do. All right, let's turn this around. That one's a bit better. Sort of. I'm just going back to the V, just for time's sake. Because this rape is small enough that I can pretty much use the V to do it all for me. Do it again. Again. Yeah, that one's a lot better. I guess as I learn and, you know, develop under other kayako, or, you know, if I go to Te Puia, I'd love to go to Te Puia in Rotorua. That would be an absolute dream. For those of you who don't know, Te Puia is a institute situated in Rotorua. And at Te Puia is the it depends. There's a whole lot of ways you can say it, but I think the right way is the Māori Institute of Arts and Crafts, or the Institute of Māori Arts and Crafts, or no, New Zealand Māori Arts and Crafts Institute. I think that's NZMACI. Yeah. And at that institute, there is a couple of kura, or I guess you could call them universities, and one of them is to learn whakairo. One of them is to learn stone and bone carving, and then there is also a rāranga, or a flax weaving wānanga. And I'm going to apply for the whakairo one and just see how we go. If you look them up on the internet, whānau, or look them up on Instagram, I mean, the work that is produced there it's unreal. Honestly, if you could look at the pieces that come out of there and just think, how in the world can people create such amazing pieces? Like, I'm not exaggerating, that's honestly the truth. So to be mentored at that kura would be a dream come true. Which is funny, because when I was at kura, when I went to Te Aute, I always had an interest in art, but just never thought I had the ability. I honestly believed that I wasn't an artist because I couldn't draw. I didn't have an artistic eye, I guess you could say. And it wasn't until I started until me and my wife started our business, our pakihi, where I thought I'd just take a chance on myself. I applied for the level 4 carving course at Te Wānanga o Aotearoa, out in Māngere. Got it, fell in love with it. And I knew straight away that this was what I was meant to do. So, here we are. Anyway, whānau, that's a bit of a better one actually, that rape. Yeah, that one's way better than this one. This one can definitely be salvaged, but yeah. I think we're going to call it there, whānau. Video's a bit long. I might actually see what you guys would like. Would you prefer just a long video where we go full start to finish, draw, then we carve, because that would probably be like a 40-minute, 50-minute video, if anything. Or an idea too is we could give live streaming a go. We could stream on YouTube and just do panels. I've also got that big piece there that needs doing. I've also got another piece inside that needs doing. So, you know, there's plenty of work to do. We've got all of these practice boards that we cut up a while ago. So yeah, if that's something you guys want to see, I know there's another design that I need to draw up, which I'll get on to. But yeah, let me know down in the comments, e te whānau. But as you can see, we still have a few little pieces to do, but I'm not sure what this technique is called when you do all the detail first and then leave the main body alone. So yeah, if you know, let me know in the comments as well. But hope you all enjoyed e te whānau. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your whānau, and if you want to see more comment like this, give us a thumbs up and let us know down in the comments. Che whānau, catch you all tomorrow. See you!